Good morning, students. This is Mukesh Sharma, PGT English. Going to release my next video in the series for the students of 12th class. This is the video for chapter number 4, that is Enemy, written by Paul S. Buck. Students, this story is based on the dilemma of a person between the choice of patriotism or professionalism. This is the story of the time when the Second World War was going on and people were quite worried. In this story, the narrator has tried to show us how one can be true to both his patriotism as well as to the professionalism. Suppose someone is a simple human being. He is neither a professional nor any office-going person. Even then, he can show his true feelings or his true duty towards the nation as well as towards humanity. The story dealt with the same topic or the same situation in which the hero of the story, that is Dr. Sadao Hoki, was as a professional doctor or surgeon who tries to fulfill his both the duties as a true patriot or as well as a true professional doctor. Student, this whole story is of about 23 pages, so it won't be possible for me to complete the whole story in a single video. Therefore, I have divided this whole story into 3 continuous videos that you will get. In my first video, I will take from page number 24 to page number 30, that will contain 6 or 7 pages. In this story or in this part, the narrator has tried to tell us about the personal life of the main character of the story, that is Sadao. As a child, Sadao used to live in Japan. His house was built on the beach, surrounded by islands. His father was a true patriot. It is seen that whether it is Japan or it is China, these people are very much strict to the patriotism. They prefer patriotism or nationalism at any cost. Sadao as a child used to play on the beach of the sea out of his house. His father tried his best to teach him to give all the best possible. He tried all the characteristics of true nationalism or patriotism. Although most of the time his father remained with Sadao, but his father never found any time where he could crack a joke or two with Sadao. Means he was very much concerned about the study of Sadao. When he was very young, his father used to take to these islands, and after watching them, his father used to say, Sadao, these islands are the steps for the development of Japan. As a child, he could not understand his father's motive. Sometimes he used to ask his father, what does he mean? Why he is saying so? Why these are the stepping stone in the progress of Japan? What will be the last step? In the answer of these questions, his father used to say, no one says anything so surely, so confidently about the future. But he says that these islands will prove as the stepping stone for the progress of Japan. After this, when Sadao became about 20 years of age, his father, for the completion of his education, sent him to America. His father wanted to see him as a professional doctor and as a complete profession or human being also. So he sent him to America. Sadao says when he went to America, he used to attend his professor of medical college. He used to go there. He used to live in the house of his medical professor. He tells us that the house which contains certain rooms, but the rooms were not too much spacious, they were small rooms. He could have tolerated them. But the meal which he was getting, that was also not as per the choice of Sadao, because there are quite difference in taste of Japan and America. Therefore, possibly he might not be feeling good living there with the meal. He says he would have not minded even the meal. But as far as professor's wife is concerned, she was too much talkative. She used to make the students bored by her talking. Even then, he tolerated her. Whenever he thinks about it, how he tolerated, he says, if he would have not met Hana in the professor's house, possibly he won't be able to pass his time there. He won't be able to stay there. But because of Hana, he found himself capable of staying there. Hana was junior to him. She joined later. From very beginning, Sadao tried to fall in love with Hana. But first and foremost, he kept his father's words in his mind. He knew well that his father is true patriot. He would not allow him to bring anyone who is not from his own country, who is not from his own tribe, who is not from his own race. His father will not accept as a bride. Therefore, he did not fall in love. He did not confirm his inclination towards her until he confirmed that Hana was also from his own country, that was Japan. When it was sure that Hana was also from Japan, automatically his inclination became towards Hana, and both continued study and time passed. Now Sadao was not getting bored. He was not getting bored of his professor's wife. Now he was passing his time focusing on his study, but the distances between Sadao and Hana were decreasing day by day. He told Hana everything about himself, and Hana also told everything to Sadao. After they passed their medical exams and they got their degrees, they returned to their native countries. And Sadao, on returning, informed his father about Hana. Later on, his father saw Hana. After confirming that she was from their own race, she he was from their own country, father agreed for the arranged marriage that was arranged according to their own traditions and rituals. Now coming to the story, when Sadao got married to Hannah, now they were the men of this world. They were having 2 children and living in a house that was situated on the bank of sea. It was on the beach facing an island. One day, Sadao was standing outside of his house in the veranda. He noticed the island which was surrounded by mist. It was getting dark. Probably it was time for a severe storm. He was still standing there and remembering or recalling his father's words when he used to say these islands are the stepping stones for the future of Japan. As soon as he was thinking about this, he noticed that the storm or the fog was approaching towards his house, and he thought that very soon his house would be completely covered in the darkness. He thought that after returning into the house, he will go to his wife Hannah, who is waiting inside the house with his 2 children. But before leaving, he was still thinking, standing in the veranda by the side of the grill. He was watching. Immediately, he realized that someone opened the gate and came to him. It was his wife Hannah who came to visit him, and she put her hand on the back of Sadao. She was standing beside him very lovingly. She put her cheek on one of his arms and recalling the days which she passed in America while they were students. Suddenly she noticed some dark shadow which was coming out of the sea. She told Sadao, "What can it be?" Sadao was also watching it. He thought probably it would be the shadow of a fisherman who might have been washed offshore. Both were standing there for a few time. The fog covered them completely. It became dark. Sadao thought that the fishermen's villages were around the island and possibly there could not be any fishermen, and it is not also the time for beachcombers to come there because they might have thought that it has become dark. After some time they saw a man who was coming out of the sea crawling. The man was crawling on his knees, and they saw he was coming out of the waves of the sea as if he has stumbled to some breaker on the road. He took 2-3 turns and fell on the ground. His face was in the mud. Thank you very much. We will discuss the rest of the story in my second video. Thank you.